What's up, Knights of X? I hope you guys are all having a good Conquest run, getting through Sector 1 pretty easily, because today we're going to talk about Sector 2 and all of the feats that I have come up with different strategies and different cheeses. Good news is, guys, is that I was able to get the Evasion up cheese done in one battle. It's actually really easy, and I was so close to getting the critical damage down in one battle. If I had a little bit more time, probably another like minute or 30 seconds, I probably would have gotten it. I think the number I counted was 38 or 40. It just takes a little bit of time, but very easy, guys. The good news is that there's a bunch of different teams that apply critical damage down on an AoE that will overlap with other feats. So, for example, a dash team can get you a AoE critical damage down for Mercanaries, and Paz Vizsla can get you your light side Mandalorian kills or battles with full light side Mandalorians and able to do a critical damage down on his AoE. So there's definitely a bunch of different options on how to do it. But the first one I'm going to show you guys is the cheese I did for the evasion up and the critical damage down, which is like 1 to 2 battles. So we'll start out with that in the video. But first, I just want to show you guys what data disc I'm working with this Conquest. Nothing crazy. There's no crazy like combinations or anything. I just think by far there's one clear winner for data discs. But this is what I was working with, guys. By no means essential. I'm running with critical tactics, which is decent. Voluntary Vanguard is an absolute essential for Conquest throughout the entire run. It makes your run a lot easier. This will always be one of the strongest data discs you can acquire. Fortified is very nice to make your team a little bit tanky. I do like this for the most part. Master's Technique, not essential by any means. But guys, the absolute MVP is going to be Weak Point. This is by far the strongest data disc this set. Without it's not even close to comparison. You can stack 2 or 3 of these. If you apply a little bit of debuffs, it's just insane how much offense ramps through your team. You hit for like 1,000,000 damage, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. So if you don't have Weak Point, definitely wherever you find it, pick some up and grab multiple, because it's going to make your Conquest way easier. But those are all the data discs that I was working with. I haven't applied any of the purple ones or anything like that. That's what I was working with. So guys, let's get into the run with where we got 50 evasion up in one battle and pretty much critical damage down in 1 to 2. So let's get into it. To start out the Conquest feat guide, guys, we're going to go over the evasion up 50 times and the critical damage down 50 times in almost 1 to 2 battles. This is the lineup, guys. It's CLS, Chewbacca, Han Solo, C-3PO, and B-2 Battle Droid. And pretty much the 2 teams you want to go for is General Grievous with a Droideka or a Jango-led, a Separatist team with Jango Fett in there, because Jango Fett has damage immunity for 2 turns, and it's going to be very crucial for this cheese. But for this battle, guys, I found a Droideka, and it's the same exact data disc combo that I was running before. I'm going to show you on 2x speed so it doesn't take too long. But pretty much, guys, the strategy here is you want to gun down everyone else besides Droideka. And you want to make sure Droideka does the rolling ability where they get damage immunity. And from that point, it's going to be pretty much a manual auto. Or if you want to do auto basic, you can. Depends on what feat you want to go for. I played out the entire battle because I wanted to be able to get evasion up and the critical damage down. But at this point, you're in a great opportunity. You want to spam basic abilities on everybody except Han Solo and C-3PO. So here, you're pretty much going to be in a turn meter loop where Droideka is not going to take a turn. So here, CLS is applying his basic to remove turn meter. Chewbacca is only using a basic to apply tenacity down. And Han Solo is pretty much going to be using all of his abilities, because the second special gives evasion up to your team, and then the other 2 helps generate turn meter and remove turn meter from the Droideka. B2 Battle Droid, you only want to use your basic ability because the second special will remove buffs, and all you want to do is apply target lock and critical damage down. Now with C-3PO, you want to spam your second special as much as often on B2, because that means you're going to apply more critical damage down throughout the battle. With this battle, I counted 38 or 40, I believe I achieved, so I was so close. Maybe if I moved a little bit faster, I was able to get this in one battle, but for the most part, you're going to get this in 1 to 2 battles if you try it. It does not take that much energy. It's pretty efficient. And if you're running low on your Dash Rendar and you don't want to do AoEs with him, then you can just run this cheese right here. But for me personally, I ran this in 1 battle, and then I stuck with Mercenaries for the next 2, and I got it done throughout the Conquest. So it's not really a big deal. But if you guys don't have access to Dash Rendar and you need that critical damage down, this is an absolute great combo for you guys. Very accessible characters. They've been in the game for a long time. And then here, just getting my AoE evasion up, which I easily achieved in 1 battle. The critical damage down was really stacking very hard. Pretty cool cheese right here. But Like I said, constantly call B2 Battle Droid to assist with C-3PO. And then the second special for Han Solo, and only basics for everybody else. Not that very hard to get, guys. I really wish I had a little bit more time to get this done in one battle, but I simply just... the CLS team generates so much turn meter that it's kind of hard to pull off. But from here, guys, very simple. I did end up finishing the battle at the end by using CLS's first special. At like 1 second, I was able to get the victory, but not difficult at all, guys. That's going to be the 50 evasion up that I'm recommending and the critical damage down. We're now going to show you some different options for critical damage down as well. So the second option for critical damage down as well as mercenary kills, guys, is going to be a Balin-led mercenary team, and I put my two sides as Dash and Dengar. The only reason I put Dengar in there is because he's already a required character for Executor, so most players might have him already, or if you're not, you don't have him, you definitely want to work towards him. So this is going to be the first team that you're going to tackle 2 feats in one battle, or technically 3 because you're going to get Inquisitor kills, but I just chose a random Imperial Trooper node. Dash on his AoE is applying a AoE critical damage down. Here, I'm calling Shin to use a basic where you're getting your critical chance down, and then there you're getting your Inquisitor kills. So it's actually technically 4 feats in one because you're getting the critical chance down, the Inquisitor kills, the Mercenary kills, and the critical damage down. So that's going to be your first option for Mercenary. We're now going to get into the second option for Mercenary. Moving on to the second Mercenary team, guys, I'm recommending a Dash-led Mercenary team with L3, Beskar Armor Mandalorian, Dengar, and Vandor Chewie. All very good characters, very accessible. This is going to be your option if you guys don't have Balin and you want to also stack the critical damage down. This is going to be the team. I was able to get it done in a couple different team squad comps. Here, I just chose a Mon Mothma node. Have the same exact data disk as before. Your L3 is there with the Voluntary Vanguard to tank some of the damage. Very, very tanky, as you can see, because of the Voluntary Vanguard. Vandor Chewbacca is there to help in case she needs to be revived. But if you guys just, stall this out, they're going to do their opening turn meter. There's your AoE, critical damage down. Beskar Armor is going to take a turn. There, you're stacking your Whistling Birds even more. Doing a basic. Might take a little bit of time, guys, but not that hard. Then I went for POW first, and then the rest is pretty easy, guys. Not that difficult. Just another option for you guys if you want to use Mercenaries. Dash-led teams can absolutely do a good job in this Conquest. And I'll play it out till the end just in case, but there, just for this node, they don't revive. I'm sure you can get this done at the end of the Sector 2 boss node as well. I'm pretty sure it's Mon Mothma at the end, so you could farm your Datacron material. But not that difficult at all. We'll let this play out. But at the same time, we have a couple other cool cheeses for Great Mothers as well, in case you guys don't have them geared up as well. So I'll show you guys a couple options for the Great Mother Survive feat. But for the most part, the Evasion up is very, that's already taken care of. CLS is your best option for that. But yeah, probably won't play it out to the end, but guys, this was an absolute win. So let's move on to the Great Mother kills. Moving on to the Great Mother Survive feat, guys. Obviously, if you guys have them at Relic, use your regular Great Mother squad with leftover Night Sisters. Very simple. This is a very good team if you guys don't have them. So if you guys have a full functioning Great Mothers team, this is going to be the one I'm recommending. And, oh, we just got a sub. Thank you, whoever subbed. But yeah, I just chose that Emperor Palpatine battle, which is a very tough squad here. This lineup is absolutely fine to use. Marin's there to help cleanse a little bit. You're going to want to use your Morgan to one-shot Vader when she takes a turn. Obviously, to get their Terminator train going a little bit, but absolutely fine. But with the weak point data disk, you're definitely going to do a lot of work. There, you get rid of Darth Vader like it's nothing. Go for your AoE. I just wanted to show you an example of one of the tougher Conquest nodes, which is definitely a Emperor Palpatine Vader. Sometimes they just get a huge Terminator train and you can't, do anything. So this is just an example of one of the strongest teams you can go against, and you can still get it done very easily. We're going to show you a couple other squads where you don't have to use Great Mother's lead. You can do some other non-GL stuff where you can cheese it out. But not that hard. Not that hard at all. Here, you're just, taking care of them. You're getting you're stacking 2 feats in one with this. You're getting your Great Mother Survive feat as well as your Global Night Sister Kills feat, which is very helpful. You guys want to double dip. Makes your Conquest way easier in the end. I've noticed there's a lot of character battles, like when with a full squad of so-and-so team, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. So, very good to double dip. So, that's going to be the first attempt with Great Mothers surviving. We're now going to show you some other cheeses. So the next one is going to be a Traya-led Sith team with Darth Vader, Malak, and Nihilus. Yes, I have Great Mothers at Relic, but guys, not essential by any means. This is a very good team to cheese against. What I pretty much did is I think I found a Geonosian node. Yep, I found Geos, and there you want the Voluntary Vanguard because it's going to put Taunt on Malak, and pretty much they're all going to get feared. They cannot touch your Night Sisters unless Geo Brute Alpha does an AoE. So if you have them at least a little bit of gear, if you have an entrenched data disk, not going to get touched. But this is very simple. If you guys just want to cheese it on a single node, you guys are very low, mid-game players. You don't have to have a fully functioning Great Mother squad. She could be at level 1, gear 1. She's not touched. So that's one variation that you guys can use for a Great Mother Survive feat. Now I'm going to get into the third option. Alright, so the third option is going to be a Captain Rex lead with Barriss and Malak as well. And I just put Wat Tambor as a 5th. That's not essential by any means. You could put C-3PO. You could put any 5th that you want. And Great Mothers as obviously your 4th slot for the Survive feat. But here, preferably you want to pick a node that doesn't have any AoEs just for survival. So I picked a Phoenix squad that I found along the way. And then pretty much you want to put the, tank tech or health tech onto Malak. There is absolutely no way they can touch your Great Mothers, so this works at level 1, gear 1. So on your way to Conquest, if you could find a Phoenix node or a Tusken node or an Ewok node with no AoEs, you can get this done with a gear 1, level 1 Great Mothers. Not hard at all. You're pretty much relying here on Rexolate, which is a second special. This does take a little bit of time because of, the lack of damage on our team. But pretty much, you're stalling it out, your Rex is stacking up his damage, and you're going to get this done pretty quickly. Obviously, all they can do is touch Malak, and he's not even getting touched because he's so tanky, and he gets damage reduction from the Voluntary Vanguard. So just another option for the Survive feat. I know a lot of players struggle with the character surviving. I just want to show you, you don't need any GLs. You don't need to invest any extra gear or relic into Great Mothers if you're not at that point for your roster. Even though I think she's a great character and you're going to want to, very, very strong, but you can get it done without doing it this way. Very simple. And that is pretty much going to wrap up Sector 2, guys. Not that hard of a sector. Definitely a lot of ways to cheese it out if you guys have the squads available. Not a lot of GLs. We're now going to get into the mini boss battle, guys, and the big boss, just to show you guys those different feats. Moving on to the mini boss node, we're going to start with winning with Padawan Sabine in your squad. This one is a survive, or she doesn't have to survive, guys, so it doesn't even matter. As long as she's in there, you're A-okay. But I went with a unaligned Force User team with Rey lead, just because you can apply the damage reduction on a Rey squad. Use, Ben Solo and Cal have the Voluntary Vanguard onto Rey, which means she physically cannot go down unless Ben Solo is touched. But not a hard battle at all. Same data discs. From here, if you have a Gear 1, Level 1 Sabine, it's absolutely fine if she goes down. She does not need to survive. I have weak point, same data discs, not that difficult. There, keep applying that on her in case you want to get the, the 3 stars on the battle. But there, she's going to be, do a huge hit. Not that hard. Like I said, Gear 1, Level 1 is absolutely fine here. See how much damage we're doing with weak point? It's actually insane how hard we hit. Especially Ben Solo, who's an attacker. Very good. Then do a basic. Nice hit. And then that ends it, guys. And that's going to be the first part where you want to win with just Sabine. We're not going to show you the full dark side. And then for the next one for the mini boss, guys, it was win with no Jedi, Sith, or unaligned Force users. So I wanted to double dip on this node. So I wanted to get the global feats as well as the Great Mother surviving. So I went with the Great Mother lead squad with the 2 very strong Night Sisters characters. And then Spirit and Morgan here. This is not that difficult, pretty much. Great Mothers are such an OP team, so if you have them. If you guys don't have Great Mothers, I would recommend using a HUD Cartel team. Very good here. Those are usually my go-tos for those types of feats. I use either a Jabba-led squad or a Night Sister team. Here, Great Mothers are a great option because there are no unaligned Force users, Jedi is Sith, and it's just absolutely easy on auto. So that's pretty much going to be the team I use for the mini-boss. We're now going to get into the final boss, guys. It's not that hard. Very simple. Alright, so same thing for the final boss, guys. I use the Great Mother squad because you're stacking 3 feats into 1. It's going to be your Great Mother Survive feat, your Night Sister Kills squad's feat, and then the full Dark Side feat. So here, I just go for not the OP Night Sisters. I kind of wanted to split up in case you guys don't have them. So I put Marin and Acolyte and I think Spirit. Oh, it was Marin, Initiate, and Spirit. So here, I just go for Radis right away. Put the Doom down to Morgan. They're going to do their thing. There, go for a big hit. And he's gone. Not that hard. Go for Jin next. That is what I use for the Dark Side feat. And then, very, very easy, guys. Not that hard at all. But yeah, that's going to be the feat for the full Dark Side. We're now going to show you the full Galactic Republic Jedi. And for the full Galactic Republic Jedi, guys, I went with a Keller and Beck lead with Ki-Adi-Mundi, Anakin, Barriss, and Mace. Ki-Adi-Mundi is not essential here, guys. You can use Yoda, you can use Gas, you can use Ayla. There's so many other Galactic Republic Jedi. You can use a JMK lead with Jedi. I just want to show you guys non-Galactic Legend options for everything, or for at least some of the stuff. So here, same data disc combo. Priority 1 is going to be Radis. Keller and Beck does a huge mass assist ability, which is extremely helpful. Obviously, it's very nice when they do some damage. And just like that, he's gone. I ignore the Shatter Point. I just go for Jin because she can revive. Not that hard. Very simple. Keller and Beck's been in the game for a while now. He's a very good character required for Bo. If you guys don't have Keller and Beck, you could try different types of leads like Yoda or Mace. There's a bunch of different types of leads you can go for, but Keller and Beck is definitely going to be your best option, guys. But that is going to be the final boss node where you get the feats for the Galactic Republic Jedi. And that is going to wrap up Sector 2, guys. So hopefully this helped you with some of the cheese and some of the stuff that you weren't able to get earlier. Make it a little bit easier to show you in a video format. So guys, leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. I really want some feedback on these videos. But if it was helpful for you, smash the like button. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of X. And I'll see you guys in the Sector 3 video. May the Force be with you all.